Hi all. Today we'll discuss about how to crack a Google interview. So here my resume is selected for Google interview and they have scheduled my interview on 23rd of June. So this is the confirmation when I have confirmed and he has selected my he has scheduled my interview on 23rd of June. I got a call from Google as June 8. Before that also they called me and May of 20, and they have shared some of the interview preparation guidance. So how we will prepare and what type of interview will be there and pattern. So I'll discuss all those things. This is the confirmation when I have interview for next week on 23rd of June. So same I'll be inform you if I'll got selected, or maybe if whatever the questions they are asking, that information I'll let you know for that. So this is the confirmation. Here see, this type of document they shared while they scheduled my interview. Before that they have given some time to prepare this document. So if we click on interview document, here we have an interview document. So like what type of patterns right now they are following, what are this technology and things they will ask. So mostly what I have seen, data structure algorithms they are asking for that, and multiple real-time scenarios questions and high level low level design things I have seen in this document. So they have given, so according to that you can prepare, and once your preparation will complete, then they will schedule the interview. So my interview has been scheduled by him only on 23rd of June. So these things will be followed. So I confirm that, and after that they schedule. And here if you want to download, then there will be have a that candidate, you have to select I am candidate, and after that you will get some links. So how I'll see and let you know that what type of links is there. See, this is the attachment also they followed. Like they have shared one video like how to prepare for this interview and what are the interview preparation guidance. So this guidance is related for DSA and ST. So if you click on this ST, so this is the ST. This is the ST where we have multiple process are there. We have already opened here. So this is the ST. So this process flow of ST can be like they will provide this week structures, like from 1 week to 13 week. So how these things will be happen. So first week what happened for me also the same thing happened. The first week recruiter has connected, and the second week coding sessions they have given. So in that coding session they followed like what type of interview preparations you need to follow, what are the patterns, and from where to do the preparations and all. So they have shared these things in the week 2 session, and third session of week 3 preparation phase was there. So that preparation phase where we have multiple things has been shared by the Google, so we need to prepare. And then again they have shared this week, so that is our week 4, and then the second session has been started. So this level of coding was changed in that time. We have seen like whatever the coding sessions on the second week, this according to that they increase the level of DSA algorithm, high level SLD and LLDs, these things in that week 4 session. And then again they've given some preparation phase. So that preparation phase what they have given this information on week 4, you have to prepare for that. And then week 6 what I have seen, they scheduled my interview as a mock interview coding. So in that time also I was available on call and joined this Google Meet, and there they ask some of the questions and all, like how you prepare, are you okay, and this like that things. And then they have also given some of the scenario. Then week 7 and 8 will happen like on-site R1 and R2 coding. So that is there. So right now this things has been scheduled for me on 23rd of June. So after that I'm not sure, but they have mentioned here in this week 9 session 3 system design. So that system design will happen. So right now I'm in the week of 7-8 phase. So once system design will be completed, then week 10 sessions will start. So week 10 sessions we have mock interview again for the system design resolution, and after that we have a preparation phase, so that again they will give some preparation phase so that you can understand the system designing, either high level, low level and others. Then again they will conduct from on-site R4 system design week 4, week 12. Then in this week 12, then week 13, what I have seen, GL briefing by a recruiter. So this I am not sure, but we'll see if I'll get it or crack till week 4. Then we'll see. And then week 13 on-site R4 and GL, again some of the interview will happen through this. So this is the structures they followed. And after that this is the create, design, code and build for everyone. So like phase 1 interview format they have given. So interview format, like durations will be 14 minutes, 45 minutes, and Google Meet call will be there. So we already discussed. Coding is done through the virtual platform. So either Google Meet will be there, and no ID and compiler. And the question target of, like you have to target to solve 2 questions on data structure and algorithm. We already told, like mostly they will ask for this data structures and algorithm. Practice will be medium hard level, depends on this. So these patterns they will follow. And after that the questions assignment which I have, like assignment criteria they given in that time, like first is coding, second will be data structures algorithm. So in that whatever the question they will ask, you need to optimize the solution. So they will like ask like how you will optimize this code. If we have a lakhs of record, crores of records and all in that algorithm or scenario, then how you will optimize and better optimizations techniques and all I'll ask. And communications also they will see, like either the candidate have good communication skills or not. Then the fourth thing is self-driven, independent and proactive attitude. And then time management while you are writing or coding anything, so that the live call or co-assignment. So in that time you have a time management, a speed of solving the questions. So that things 20-minute medium level questions will be there, so that you can manage according to this is the coding thing. So that basic of coding, like our coding interview is a real collaboration coding between candidate and interviewer. So they are expecting these type of things, like code are close fully functional working code. So whatever the code you are writing, so that will be like a fully functional working code will be there. Production level code, like not just for the test cases and all, like testing and all. So that code whatever you are writing is code. If we want or deploy any production environment, then directly this is all scenarios, test cases, everything you have checked, like every functionalities and all. No pseudo code. So code quality and code fast. So good code quality and code fast need to be required for this. So they have like well structured, screen, readable, well designed test code. Same I told, like we have to do, so that like that will be final codings and all. So take care all the syntax, API, semantic, error handling, robustness, testability, integrations, large ecosystem. Use meaningful variables. Whatever variables you are writing, that will be meaningful, proper naming conventions, and function name, abstract method when necessary. Your code should be readable, consistent coding style, no error bug. And then here we have a cover for all is boundary classes. So this is the test cases, simply dry run. So whatever you are writing for that, you need to try with yourself to try run on the scenarios or pattern. Then here we have a second thing is data structure and algorithm. So mostly they will ask this type of questions. Binary search asked by me also, a binary search, graph, BFS, DFS and flood fill I haven't heard, but they asked for me also on the first time. but the BFS DFS I heard binary search I seen tree traversals has tables, linked list, stack queue, pointers and sliding window. This also I haven't seen, but they will ask or maybe give some of the information also. Then binary heap, dynamic programming, array recursion, and then others good to know the topic of if you have these things like. So these all I have. I don't know about this one, segment tree and all, but on the first 2, 7, 8 I know, and then this all. So if you don't know, then they will give some time to brush up your technology or content. Or and then we have a DS and LGO assignment, so they will also provide some of the assignment for the problem solving. So you need to prepare and then start working on the assignment. So basic assignment based on your knowledge, understanding, and data structures, algorithms as per problem solving skill set. So they will give some assignment where you can optimize the code, write the algorithm, format and naming conventions will be proper like that. So also they will ask like multiple solution approach. So multiple solution approach, if you have, can you explain this trade-off between the data structure solution? Can you explain why you choose this structures implementation? Can you explain how you analyze this time space complexity? So mostly they will ask these three things like time space complexity, implementations, structure solutions, and also like how to translate algorithm to code as well. Then we seen like a good communication skill. So good communication skills like you are expected to talk and code, like mostly be very verbal about sharing your thought process. The interviewer ask the right clarification question for to fully understand the key requirement. Talk the entire process, explain the relations approach, how why you driven the particular solution. So for that mostly they will ask question, what is this, how you created, why you created, like that they ask. And this is for do not and all, so you can do. And after that we have some of the example. I always start by clarification the question. So better you do the practice as per the pattern, whatever the patterns has been shared by Google. So once your resume will be selected, then they will also share like some of the basic pattern which according to that they will ask. So good clarification question, describe a good algorithm to sort of millions, 1 million number. I already told like they will ask to sort the algorithm for million, trillion and all, and how you will optimize the code, what will be the technique for this. So ask 3 to 4 clarification questions to start reduce the scope of the problem. So what is the range of number? Describe a good algorithm to sort 1 trillion. So what will be the range of number? What are the number distributed? Are the number floating, integer or positive number? How much memory is there? Oh yeah, memory type of questions also you'll ask. And then how you are the duplicate in this number, so that like that you can prepare. And then this is the self-driven independent productive attitude. So this you have to follow. And after this we have a time management and a speed of solving the problem. So ideally they will provide one medium level questions of 20 minutes and all. According to that you have a 2 minutes to ask the clarification, then 8 to 10 minutes to like purpose valid solution, state of all instructions, clarifications and all. And then the 5 minutes for coding, code implementation and fully working solution cover, dry run and all. Like that they have divided. Suppose if you are they are giving for the 20 minutes for one course as a medium level. So in that 2 minutes is asking for the questions clarification, 8 to 10 minutes is the purpose of valid solutions, 5 minutes to code and implement, 5 minutes for the dry run, and like that. So that will be divided, depends on you how you are doing and all. then state your assumption claim. So this is the approach which will be followed, and also they will ask like complexity. So each of the algorithm they will ask like how you will get it the complexity, good complexity, space complexity, time complexity, how we will provide this one. So give two different sequence of the number, two list, combine them and return the sorted order like that. So this is the state of your assignment clearly. So two different sequence of the number list and combine them and return in sorted order. So the one approach is this append second to other and sorted, and complexity of this will be like om plus n log m plus n like that. So let's do the better approach. So how you will do the better approach, so that complexity will be om plus n, sequence will be sorted like that. So you have to think about and prepare for that. Preparation plan. So this is learn from other in successful engineer, revise all the concept of data structure algorithm, structures revision plan topic you want to cover like hash table, hash map, tree, array, string, graph, dynamic programming and more. Practice per category, practice up level to your reach competency, and then practice problem identifications, 2-3 mock interview, so that you will get a preparation, better preparation and all. And then others we have a practicing with intention. So what type of intentions, mindset you have, you want to crack any interview and all, so that you have to do this all. Why I'm doing, because I also do the same, and I think I went for this week 4 till week 7. Total we have week 12 or 13 is there. Out of 13 I am week 7. So we'll see like if I'm going for this crack for the next round or not, but according to that I'm planning or doing the same. I'm following this document and then doing the same. So create design code build for everyone. This is the phase 2, but that is right now I'm not in this phase 2, I'm in phase 1 only. But in phase 2 mostly have a design things like high level, low level design. So mostly high level design they will ask. So this type of scope, design, deep dive and iterate is there. So here expectation from the system design round. So what type of expectations have in the system design round? So mostly we have a scalability, load balancing, and how sorting, latency, robustness and throughput. So scalability means like can it scale to more user, like if you want to increase the user, decrease the users and all. So will crash or burn or can do it for the, suppose if load balancer is happened, then can load balancer will handle this all things. So like that we have this all. So while you are writing or creating any system design, you need to take in care these all. So they will ask this type of questions in this system design. So yeah, so this is the prepared document which he shared, and after that also they have given one of the video links. See, this is the attachment of video link to prepare the interview. So we'll see like what is that.
Welcome to Life at Google's video about how to prepare for a technical interview. I'm Sean, technology and engineering recruiter.
I'm Allison, I'm a software engineer.
I'm Jess, I'm also a software engineer.
Although this video is going to focus on the technical interview, definitely check out our partner video on how to prepare for the business interview as well. It absolutely applies here, but without further ado, let's get into some tips.
First things first, make sure you're ready to prove what's on your resume. We're going to want some critical pieces from you, including the bread and butter of software engineering, data structures, well, you could argue with me on that, data structures and algorithms. So we want things like hash tables, stacks, arrays, as well as algorithm space and time complexity. We also want things like be prepared to code on a whiteboard. This is very different from coding on a computer, so it's highly recommended to go out, find a whiteboard or a chalkboard, and try coding something up. It's a little different. And finally, we want to make sure that you're brushed up on system design as well as object-oriented programming.
In general, you want to show your problem-solving skills to the question you are asked. If it's a coding question, providing efficient code in a short time frame is key. If it's a design question, work with your interviewer to create a high-level system, and if applicable, delving into deeper issues. If it's a general analysis question, show that you understand all aspects of the problem, and if necessary, offer multiple solutions discussing their relative merits. In the end, the interview wants to know if they'd be comfortable working with you on their team.
So that will go for the
you should focus your
preparations, like
preparation
what
in the
type
following
of
areas.
preparations for
Coding.
coding.
So you're going to spend the majority of your time actually writing code in the interviews. We do ask that you are pretty familiar with at least one coding language. Typically, we'll interview you in C++ or Java. You may use Python or C in different projects here. You will be expected to know APIs, object-oriented design and programming, how to test your code, and be able to come up with corner cases and edge cases for yours and other people's code.
Another big thing is algorithms. I mentioned this in the beginning and it's coming up again because surprise, it's important. All right, so you also want to know how complex your algorithm is. Remember, it's time and space complexity, as well as how to improve or change it. If you give me an O of n algorithm and then you give me an O of n factorial or O of n squared, and you tell me it's better, this is gonna be a little awkward. So another thing, if you get a chance to study up on other algorithms like Dijkstra's or A*, it'll probably help you too.
Testing is incredibly important. Candidates with 3 or more years of industry experience should have hands-on testing experience. If you have less than 3 years within the industry, we're just going to test you for your testing aptitude. You can expect questions such as, how would you unit test the code you write? What interesting inputs or test cases can you think of? And we may also ask you to design end-to-end integration, load and performance, or even security tests for real-world systems such as Gmail, for example.
Data structures. So you should study up on as many data structures and algorithms as humanly possible. You should know some of the most famous classes of NP-complete problems, like the traveling salesman and the knapsack. You should definitely be able to recognize some of these very famous questions when asked in a slightly different way. Also, try and find out what NP-complete actually even means. You should absolutely know trees, some basic tree construction, traversal and manipulation algorithms, hash tables, stacks, arrays, linked lists, and so on.
Also, math. Some of our interviewers will ask basic discrete math problems. Don't worry, they will be very relevant. Counting problems, probability, things that happen in everyday life. So before you come in, spend some time refreshing your memory on these things or learning the essentials of probability theory and combinatorics. You should be pretty familiar with n choose k problems and the like.
Recursion. Many coding problems involve thinking recursively and maybe coding a recursive solution. Prepare for recursion, which can sometimes be tricky if not approached properly. Practice some problems which can be solved iteratively, but a more elegant solution is recursion.
Operating systems. You should understand processes, threads, as well as concurrency issues and everything related to that, such as semaphores, mutexes, locks, things like that. You should also understand resource allocation, so what resources a process or thread might need. Another thing, context switching. Just brush up a little bit on that, understand that it's initiated in the operating system and underlying hardware. And then one last thing, maybe you might want to know a little bit about how scheduling works.
System design. Candidates who've been in the industry for more than 5 years should have experience with system design. These questions are used to see your ability to combine knowledge, theory, and judgment towards solving a real-world problem. Sample topics include feature sets, interfaces, class hierarchies, distributed systems, and designing a system under certain constraints. You should also have an understanding of how the internet actually works and be familiar with the various pieces: routers, domain name servers, load balancers, and firewalls. Also understand the basics of how search works.
Now that we've talked a little bit about some of the knowledge areas that we expect you to know, we want to offer you 3 final tips to really be successful in your interviews.
First, explain and clarify. It's extremely important to talk through your thought process during the interview. It is much better to say what you're thinking than to stay silent. Even if you're discarding ideas along the way, your interviewer wants to know your thought process, which ideas you're not going to use, and which idea you finally settle on. Clarifying the question is also important. Most of the questions at Google are intentionally vague because the interviewer wants to know what questions you would ask if you were in a real-world solution that had a vague question. An example of a question you could ask for clarifying is, are there any time or space complexity requirements?
Secondly, we want you to keep thinking. We know this is really strenuous, interviewing is really long, but the first solution that you come up with might not be the most elegant. So we encourage you to keep thinking through the problems. Think about your current solution and how you could potentially improve it.
And finally, practice. Make sure that you practice physically writing your code. You won't have an editor, no color code for comments, no autocorrect. Be sure to test your code. Be sure that it's easily readable without bugs. Find problems, write code, solve them. There's no better way of practicing than actually writing out code and algorithms. And that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, so this is the way they have also shared some of the patterns and videos so that we can see like what type of patterns, video and details they are following. And also this is guidance, like a career guide where how you will attend this virtual interview, because right now virtual interview is also happening in Google. So they have shared this link where we can see we have Google Meet, so that Google Meet support also is there through the phone and others. So this while we are connecting, or we have an interview on 23rd of June, before that we need to check all those things like our accessibility, like videos, camera and all those things is proper or not, so that we will follow, and how we will log in to Google interview call. So this is the link where support team is there. If anything will be there, directly you can mail him or click on that, so that they will get some idea of troubleshootings and all. And then how we will connect with these interviewers, and so like that is the, suppose interviewer has not yet joined or something happened in that cases. So this is the guidance of how virtual interview at Google. If anything will be there, then we can go for how can we help you in that. You can search and then immediately you'll get it to the solution. And this is the parameters, like to check videos, audio before Google meeting, and this we have the same thing requirement. So that like this type of things or link they have shared while selected for this Google interview. So mine is on 23rd of June and I got the confirmation on 7th of June. Yeah, so if you want, you can prepare for that and create a better resume, good resume, upload in Naukri, LinkedIn. Then you will get it the Google call or any other good product-based company also, because many of the product-based company I got a call with the same resume which I uploaded in our channel, like that. So this is the Google interview call which I got first time, and I'm in this stage of this is the stage of week for the interview process. We have 13 weeks, so right now I'm in this week of session 7 to 8. So this will be happen on 23rd of June, and after that we'll see like if I'm going for the session 3, system design, mock and all in all. So let you know for that if anything will be there. Yeah, thank you for that. Please subscribe my channel to get a latest update of anything related for this Java interview.